This video is one of a series covering the released Ohio State math questions between 2017 and 2023. Welcome to Dr. Tarazi's math site. Ratios and proportional relationships is an important domain. 11 to 12 questions out of 48 are on the test. Analyze proportional relationships and use them to solve real-world and mathematical problems. Standard 7.RP.2. This standard is very important. 7 out of 48 questions are on the test. Please pause the video and read the description of this standard.
Hello and welcome. Here is what you need to know before we get to the examples.
Proportional relationship, direct relationship.
Relationship between two variables x and y is proportional if the ratio y over x is always the same. Y over x is k is constant, does not change. Y is equal to kx. K is called constant of proportionality. If a relationship is represented by a line, the line must pass by the origin for the relationship to be proportional. Does the table shown represent a proportional relationship? So we're going to find out what is y over x. 4 over 1, it's equal to 12 over 3, equal to 20 over 5, is equal to 4. That is true, so that's a proportional relationship. Y is equal to 4x. Y is equal to 4x, okay? What 4 is the constant of proportionality. Another example, let's see, check this one out. 4 over 2 is equal to 6 over 3, yeah, is equal to 10 over 5, but it's not equal to 15 over 7, therefore not proportional relationship.
Recommendation.
To make the most of these videos, I suggest pausing the video when you see this button, solving the problem, and then resuming the video to check your answer.
Example 1.
A catering company charges $8.25 for each boxed lunch ordered by the customer. Create an equation to show the total amount C in dollars charged to the customer for B boxed lunches. Okay, so I like to set it up this way. It's easier for you. Okay, we have $8.25 for each box, for one box, okay? So now, if we want to buy B boxes, the cost will be C, and then you use cross multiplication, and you get C is equal to 8.25B.
Example 2.
Select a word or phrase for each blank box to complete the statement defining a proportional relationship. A proportional relationship can be represented by the graph of, obviously, line, and that passes through, we just mentioned that, the origin.
Example 3.
The graph shows the cost of pineapple at a grocery store. Which point on the graph represent the cost per pound, in dollars for pineapple? Now, this is here, X is the pounds of pineapple. This is the cost. So you need for 1 pound, per pound means 1 pound. 1 pound here is 4, see? 1 pound here is 4. And the answer is a very straightforward question like that is easy to do, okay?
Example 4.
Which table represents a proportional relationship? Here we need to do some calculation. So start with this here. Ignore 0, 0, okay? We ignore the 0, 0. 2 divided by 1, 6 is 12. 12, 16. That is not good, okay? Those are not the same. Let's try this one. 1 over 3, 2 over 6 is 1 over 3, but this one is 1 over 4. That doesn't work either. Let's try this one here. 1 over 1 is 1, 4 over 2 is 2, 3 doesn't work either, okay? So let's try the last one. You get 12 12, 12, so that's the answer.
Example 5.
Daria reads the same number of pages each day, the same number each day. For a week, the table shows the total numbers of pages she has read by the end of each day. So, which is the constant? What is the constant of proportionality in pages read per day? Per day. So this is really easy because you have to divide this by 2, or this by 4, or this by 6. So straightforward, you get 28 per day. That's what she's reading, 28 pages per day.
Example 6.
A graph is shown. What is the unit rate in miles per hour shown in the graph? You need to understand the graph. This down here, hours, miles. So 1 hour, 3 miles. That's what you need to do. 1 hour is 3 miles. So that's straightforward. The answer is 3.
Example 7.
A teacher buys 25 notebooks for a total of $12.50. Each notebook costs the same price. Which equation represents the total cost C in dollar for N notebooks? All the information I have I need are given. I have this. I have $12.50 each. I have 25 notebooks for $12.50. Okay, so let's set it up. Dollars, notebooks. Okay, so we have 25 notebooks goes here, and dollars goes here. Now I need N notebooks. N notebooks is right here. Cost is here. Cross multiplication. So C is equal 12.5 N divided by 25. You get 0.50 N. Now you come here and look at your choices given to you and choose the one that corresponds to 0.50 is right here.
Example 8.
The graph of a proportional relationship is shown. What is the constant of proportionality of the relationship? Again, when x is 1. Find it when x is 1. When x is 1, 2. See, 2, 4, 6, 12. So we're multiplying by 2. So y is equal to 2x. So when x is 1, y is 2. 2. Okay?
Example 9.
On a car trip, the number of miles driven M is proportional to the number of gallons of gas used G, as shown in the table. Create an equation to show the relationship between M and G. Here's how we set it up. Gallons, miles. 2 gallons, 64 miles. G gallon, M miles. Cross multiplication. So M is equal to 64G divided by 2, 32G.
Example 10.
Michael knows that 2 cans of paint is the exact amount he needs to paint 10-foot by 12-foot wall. Use the add arrow tool to show the relationship between the total square feet of the walls and the number of paint cans necessary to paint them. They qualified it as a level 3. I think the reason is you need to find the square footage here. Okay, so first step is, what's the square foot? The square footage of the room is 12 by 10 is 120. So now you can set it up. Cans, square, 2 cans, 120 square feet. So 1 can would be 60, right? So X cans, Y square foot. We need Y. Cross multiplication. Y is equal to 60X. So when is like 2 is 120, when is 1 is 60, and then you can, if you want, draw the line equation is like this. An online music store sells songs on its website. Each song is the same price. The cost to purchase 8 songs is $10. I know that now is given. 8 songs, $10. Create an equation to represent the relationship between the cost, C, and the number of songs, S. Okay, again, we set it up. Dollars songs, $10, 8 songs. We need now S songs. You put the S down here, cost here, cross multiplication. So C is equal to 10 S divided by 8 is 1.25 S. So that's the first question. The second one, at this rate, how many songs can be purchased for $25? So now you take this equation here and put 25 for the total cost to find S. Now this is an equation that needs to be solved. You divide both sides by 1.25. Okay, so you get S equals 20.
Example 11.
An online music, we did that.
Example 12.
12. An energy company graphs the average number of rotations that a windmill makes each minute for 4 minutes. Which statement describes what the point 112 means? Now, remember, this is time. This is time. This is number of rotation. Okay? So this point here means for 1 minute is 12 rotation. 1 minute is 12 rotation. The windmill rotates 12 times in 1 minute. Very simple. This question like that should have a problem with. Okay, so 1 minute, 12 rotation. The windmill rotates 12 times in 1 minute.
Example 13.
Kaya's family spends $105 to rent a boat for 7 days. The total cost, C, of the boat rental is proportional to the number of days, D. The family rents the boat. How much does it cost in dollar to rent the boat for 1 day? Obviously, 7 days, $105. That's a division problem. You divide it and you get $15 a day. Okay, so that's your first part of your answer. The second part, create an equation using C and D to represent the proportional relationship. I like to set it up this way, dollars and days. I can start with 1, 05, and 7, or I can start with 1 and 15. It doesn't matter. So I have a D here for number of days and C for the cost. Cross multiplication. I get C is equal to 15D.
Example 14.
A scientist records the number of deer observed in 3 areas of a forest. The table shows her observations. How many deer per square mile did the scientist observe in the forest? Okay, so we need to add these numbers first. Okay, so you get 61, 549. So 61, let's set it up, 61 square miles, 549 deer per 1 square mile is X, cross multiplication, and you get 9 deer per square mile.
Example 15.
At Olivia's Burger House, each burger costs the same price. John buys 5 burgers for $7.50. Place the point at the location on the graph that represents the unit price for 1 burger. This is again a very simple question. How much a burger? You divide 750 divided by 5, $1.05. $1.05, and you come here and place the 1 down, 1, 5. You can see where it's on the, I'm trying to find the cursor. You see 1, 1.5. You can do it this way if you like. Dollars, 7.50, 5 burgers, 1 burger X, cross multiplication, and you get $1.50.
Example 16.
Which table shows a proportional relationship that's similar to the one we did earlier? So let's try one at a time. This one here, 4 divided by 2 is 2, 9 divided by 3 is 3. You just cancel this, that doesn't work. Try this one here, 1/2, 2/3, they're not the same. Try this one here, 2, 2, 2, 2, that's good, that's your answer. Look at this last one here. You get 4, 2.7, that's not good. So your answer is B.
Example 17.
A grocery store sells an 8-ounce bottle of juice for $1.76. What is the cost of the juice per ounce? That's similar to many of that problems we did last video. So let's set it up. Cost 1 ounce is 1.76 divided by 8 is 0.22. That's it. You can set it this way. Cross multiplication. X equal 1.76 divided by 8, 0.22.
Example 18.
Mary buys pea peaches at the farmer's market for $D. Pea peaches for $D. $D each, so every peach is $D, okay? She spends a total of $T on peaches. Create an equation that represents the relationship between T and P. Just set it up, okay? Let's put peaches, dollars. P peaches, 1 peach is $D, okay? 1 peach is $D. Now you need P peaches, $T. Cross multiplication. You get T. T is equal to PD.
Example 19.
The table shows the number of songs and the length of each music playlist on an MP3 player. Each song is the same length. How long in minute in each song on the playlist? When you look at this table here, you see really easily that 4 songs is 16 minutes. That means each one is 4. See, 4 times 4 is 16, 4 times 9 is 36. So you can figure it out directly from here. So if you want to set it up, you can say songs minutes, put songs 4, minutes 16. If you want now song 1, that's X, cross multiplication. You get X equals 4 minutes.
Example 20.
A dance studio offers ballet and hip-hop classes. The studio has 8 ballet classes for each 12 hip-hop classes. Those are good information, okay? How many hip-hop classes are there for each ballet class? Each means 1, okay? For each ballet class. So let's set it up. What do we have? Ballet and hip-hop. 8, 12. Now we need for each ballet, so 1, X. Cross multiplication, you find X equals 1.5.
Example 21.
A bread company makes wheat dough and rye dough each day. The company makes 15.2 pounds of wheat dough for every 9.5 pounds. Okay, make sure these are marked. How many pounds of wheat dough does the company make for each, means 1, for each pound of rye dough? Okay, let's set it up. Wheat, rye, 15.2, 9.5. You need 1 rye dough. X, cross multiplication, X is 1.6.
Example 22.
The table show the cost of different numbers of song downloads. Which table shows a proportional relationship, very similar to what we have done before. So let's test each one separate. So I code X and Y. In the first table, you see 1.75, 1.75, and then that's not good because this is different. Let's see which one I did after that. This one here, again, 1.75, they're not the same. You stop. Here, that's the same. You stop. Let's like the last one now. You find to be 1.75, 1.75. They are all equal, and that's your answer.
Example 23.
The two quantities A and B have a proportional relationship where A is -4 when B is -3. Create an equation to represent this relationship. Very straightforward. You put A over B is equal to -4 over -3 because when A is -4, B is -3, which is 4 over 3. So now you can do cross multiplication here. You can find A is equal to 4 over 3B, or B is equal to 3 over 4A.
Example 24.
The relationship between the number of cups of water W and the number of cups of lemon juice J used in a recipe is described by the equation. How many cups of water are needed for each cup of lemon juice? Each means 1. So here we go. Here's the equation given to us. Now J is 1. How much is W? Is 1/2. You divide both sides by 2 is 1/2.
Example 25.
The graph shown models the relationship between the distance a car travels and time. Okay, so time and distance. Here's the time. This is the time. This is the distance. Okay, you understand that. What does the point 60y represent? 60 is here. That's a time. Okay, that's a time. That 60 is a time, minutes, and the y is the mile, the distance. The car travels for y minutes. That's not good. The car travels y minutes per hour. Why is this good answer? Because 60 minutes is 1 hour. 60 minutes is 1 hour. So that's what it is. So the answer is B because 60 minutes is 1 hour, and that's done.
Example 26.
The last example, this is a little bit complicated in terms of numbers because all these mixed numbers. So what I did, I changed all these numbers into improper fractions, and now these are the original. You want to see which one of these is proportional to this, okay? So if you look at the first one here, this is the same as this, this is the same as this is not the same, so that's not a good answer. Here, this is the same, this is the same, that's twice. 2 times this is this, and 2 times this is this, and 2 times this is this, so that's a good answer. This one here, if I times this by 4, I get 5. If I times this by 4, I get 7. But if I times this by 4, I get 2. I don't get 1. And then you can check the others, and you will find these are your options. Now, look at the 4, the fourth row here. Immediately, you can exclude that because this 1/3 is less than 1/2. But this one, 2 and 3/4, is more than 1 3/4. Thank you, and see you soon.
Thank you for watching. More videos to come. Please subscribe.